Thank you so much, Linda Doke, for joining us for this trail chat in our next episode. Linda is a very well-known personality and athlete in the trail community and has graced podiums both here and internationally throughout her very successful career as a trail runner. Not only is Linda Salem an athlete and very competitive racer, she's also a coach, a trail running and road running coach. As far as I know, you do a bit of road too there, Linda, or am I wrong?
I do. Yes.
Fantastic. So I know you've got an array of athletes with you, from beginners to professionals. So Linda's your go-to if you're looking for either an introduction to trail running, or right through to kind of taking those minutes off your times and getting faster and stronger. Linda's also the rock hopping trail blogger, so stays in touch with the trail community and trail developments overall as part of her career. So certainly a guide to many within the trail community. Linda, how have you stayed sane, fit, focused, motivated without racing, and for some of these months without even the ability to reach out to your mountains? How's it been?
Yeah, Kim, good to chat. Yeah, it's been a challenge, as it has for everybody, I know. I'm not blessed with a wide open garden like many people are. I have a very rockery filled garden, so I did my fair share of little zigzaggy, windy, loopy kind of laps for a while during lockdown, but then I soon realized that this wasn't going to get me anywhere. Thankfully, level 4 came along and we were allowed to hit the road between 6 and 9, as we all did within the 5-kilometer radius. Yeah, you know, we all had to just get through, just bite the bullet and get through that time, and we all did, some better than others. Luckily, I didn't pick up any injury in those silly garden laps that we did, but unfortunately, a lot of people did. And then as soon as level 3 came, boy, I hit the mountains with such joy, as I know many of us did. It took a while though to get the mountain legs back, I must say. And some days I feel I am still working hard on getting them back. They were quite reluctant, quite keen to just stay on the couch, but I've pushed them hard. And yeah, all's good. And I think we're all celebrating the mountains more than we ever have, actually. Just that short spell without them makes us appreciate them all the more.
Linda, I've seen you pop up on some virtual racing in the last couple of weeks, and I think that's going to be one of the ways that we all remain focused and motivated. Besides personal goals and chasing new times, there have been opportunities like 13 Peaks where we could, race it in our own time and race it in a format that suits our fitness levels. Now we've got some series coming up from various race organizers, and Wild Runner's got a series going where there's a Phantom Rally, which is quite fun for short to medium distance racing. Hout Bay Trail Challenge has a very long legacy back to 2002, where it started with about 25 mountain goats set out to race it. We've chatted to some of the stalwarts and original personalities like Mark Preen, who was part of it from day one. And so Hout Bay Trail Challenge has introduced a 4-leg option to be run in the month of August at any time. You could run it on 4 consecutive days. You could do it on one day. Depends on, again, your fitness and your experience. Are you going to give, I think rumor has it that you're going to give the full course a go. The course, and you've got a long history and have graced podiums at that race more than once. What are your plans with Hout Bay Trail Challenge whilst we can't have the real deal?
Yeah. Well, it's as close to the real deal as we can get, and I definitely want to make use of that. How competitively I can do it, I'm not sure, because I don't want to throw myself in fully and then get injured because I'm not quite ready. But maybe I can work a miracle in the last 2 weeks of August, considering it is halfway through the month now. I'll just, I guess I'll make my mind up in the final week, but I'll definitely be doing it in some form or another, whether it's continuous or single legs or what. I just love the course. I know it well. as you say, I've run it, I think 8 times, over 8, I've done the race 8 times, but I'm passionate about it. It's my local, it's my backyard, they're my local mountains, and I love them dearly, and I love the course. It's very technical. There's no jeep track, which is great. There are a few straight and open stretches, the last one being the beach, which is the last sort of 1 3/4 Ks or 1.5 Ks, with a big fat flowing stormy river, icy cold river halfway across, which we all have to wade across. It's a very adventurous route. It's so picturesque. It's varied. It's certainly mountainous with technical ascents and descents. It's dramatic. I think it's everything. It's every reason. It has every reason for people to fall in love with real trail running.
Why would you say that? Because Hout Bay Trail Challenge has obviously seen the growth of trail running over the last few decades. It's seen a huge change in our calendar. And when it started, there was Puffer Hout Bay Trail Challenge and then Table Mountain Challenge and not much else. Why would you say that Hout Bay has remained relevant, popular, and kept going and held its sort of legacy all this time?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think on the one hand, it's been adaptable. I think it was 2015, 2016. I'm not sure. You'll have to check that. It was the qualifying race for the world champs, for the South African champs, should I say. And in order to do that, it had to comply with certain distance regulations. So it adjusted, and it was a great course for that. Sorry, my cat wants to be in the interview here. And I think, so it's remained relevant in that way, but I also think it's certainly for local Cape Townians or locals in the Western Cape, the broader Western Cape, it's certainly a step up in terms of technical difficulty. You left out, by the way, the Fisherman's Trail Challenge. That's also been there for the longest time, actually before Table Mountain Challenge. And so we would always treat the sort of fitness level advancement in the year when you're working up to something like Puffer as first the Fisherman's Trail Challenge, then you do in the same year, obviously, Hout Bay Trail Challenge, and then you're ready for Puffer, which wasn't true, but mentally you were. So I think a lot of beginners love Fisherman's Trail Challenge because it's a shorter distance, and then they would graduate to Hout Bay Trail Challenge. That's the way I always used to see it, because Hout Bay Trail Challenge is really tough, especially if you're going against the clock. And I think initially there wasn't a team option. I think the team option only came about 3 or 4 years in. I could be wrong there. But of course, that was also part of remaining relevant, because it opened the race up to more people from a doability perspective, while still being a good challenge.
Linda, is it safe at this point, do you think, psychologically, to have race goals in coming months other than our virtual races? Have you kind of set your heart on anything, or is that just a no-go for you right now?
Sure. I like to think I don't think we can say it's safe, but I think we can hope confidently, how about that at least Ultra Trail Cape Town will happen. That's the last day of November. And maybe before that, Certainly hoping Sky Run up country will happen. I'm training quite a few runners for both of those races, and Sky Run being sooner than Ultra Trail Cape Town, you know, we're all desperately holding thumbs. Cedarburg could happen, could well happen in October, but now you know, in some ways, I think that could be likely to happen because it is in such a remote area. It's it always has a small field, and it's a spread out field because of the nature of the race. So I should say that, you know, that should happen. I think that should happen. But the smaller, tighter, bigger field races locally, I don't see those happening. No, I reckon the first bigger field race will be Ultra Trail Cape Town, hopefully.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are looking to sort of, November, December, and really hoping that we get to pin on numbers and line up at one of those, one of the UTCT distances. Absolutely. It would be a very strange year end without it. And holding thumbs for Skyrun as well, that they can go ahead. I think we're going to have quite interesting times as we've adapted our lives to, we shop differently, we live differently, we socialize differently, and now we're going to race differently. I think we'll see those small batch starts, perhaps won't have quite the gears that we used to on the finish lines.
Yes.
But with luck, it'll all come back. And I suppose, as you say, you've got to keep having that optimism. You've got to keep having the hope. Otherwise, the wheels come off a little. And it's what so many of us live for and rely on. And it's what gets us off that couch every day.
Yes. Yeah.
Any words of wisdom or some kind of inspiration for athletes? You coach many of them, but those that you aren't coaching, what's the go-to phrase to get us through the next while and keep us hopeful?
I think have personal fitness goals. You know, don't let yourself slip. Consistency is key where fitness is concerned, both from a muscle health perspective and keeping on your toes, you know. So consistency is key, and don't use this uncertain time as an excuse to just hit the couch, because it'll be really hard to get off that couch when the time comes that, you know, when things do open up. It'll be really hard to get the fitness back. So rather just keep it up, do the best you can. We don't have any excuses now. We can run on the road. We can run at any time of the day, not night, obviously, but we can run not quite everywhere, but we can run on any road, and we can run on most local mountains, just not national parks. Although I'm not sure on level 2 what the legalities will be there. I don't know what's going to be opening up. Let's hope more things open up. But we can keep fit. Certainly gyms are opening. They're allowed to on level 2, so that's another way to keep our fitness going. So really we have no excuse. And where goals are concerned, you can set your own goals using virtual runs. There are loads of those opportunities. Or you can set your own. You can improve your 5K, 10K, 20K time, be it mountain, be it road. Have your own goals. There are no excuses.
Yeah, you're right. And I think maybe we're going to become, we have to become more resilient as human beings through this whole process in many ways, but maybe more resilient as athletes too, where we're not as reliant on that day as that race. We've really got to be able to motivate ourselves through it. And so perhaps through that, we'll come out of this stronger. I know I've gone through all those waves where it seemed doable and then it seemed impossible. And now it all sort of, with gyms opening and a bit more kind of focused racing opportunities, albeit virtually, it does feel like we can get stuck in again.
Yeah.
Linda, thank you so much for your time and for your wisdom, and for including your cat, who was in the background quite a bit. I think that was a nice feature, much appreciated. Thank you for the encouragement in terms of Hout Bay Trail Challenge. I hope we'll see many of our trail community hitting those beautiful trails in the next few weeks. And we certainly hope
Yeah.
to see you up on the leaderboard too. Keep well, keep warm, and I look
Thanks,
forward to
Kim.
seeing you on the mountains again soon.
Great. Thank you, Kim. Ciao.